Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday evening. I did go to gym during my lunch break, and so I don't have to do muscle exercise. So we'll just do some weaponry martial arts real quick. Oh, okay. Let's do staff. This time, just single staff, right? Yeah. Okay, that should be good. Ha ha ha. Yeah, just real quick, right? Minute or two, that should be enough. Yeah. 5 minutes, please. Thank you. Ah. Okay. Okay. Ah. Yeah, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday and uh yeah, as usual, yeah, I attended another Zoom seminar, which is different from Zoom meeting because my face and my name does not show up. But it's kind of, yeah, just voice only, right? But in a sense, it's good. Why? Because I can just relax, you know. If my face shows up, I have to sit there, you know, entire time, which is fine, but not as relaxing, you know. So, uh, so they kindly uh, gave me 3 minutes to pitch my campaign, and I did, went well. And so, what town was that today? It's a town called Haines, Alaska. Where is it? It's about a one. It's about 30 minutes north of Juneau. Maybe 1 hour. I don't know. Never been there. Okay. Uh, so Juneau today Haines. Okay. Yesterday was yesterday. Yeah, it was Juneau assembly meeting. There because Juneau is a size of a town. It's capital. Okay, of Alaska. So there are a lot of people living there. Juneau. When by size of a town, I mean number of people. Okay. So when big size town have this meeting that lasts pretty long. Okay, so yesterday was a Zoom seminar, so I did my 3 minutes pitch and then I left. Okay, because I did not know how long it will last. But today's Haines is a small town, so I stayed on. Okay, it lasted like 1 hour. Okay, so yeah, I can do that. But when meeting goes like 2 hours, 3 hours, I can't. Okay, so unless it's actually Zoom meeting where my face is shown, name display, then I have to stay. Okay, so yeah, it was good. Okay, yeah. So Haynes, I did study, did my homework. What did I say in the 3 minutes pitch? Road construction. Okay, so Haynes is here, and there's road to Haynes. Okay, uh, so how do we get to Haynes? From here to Haynes? Yeah, I can drive there. Maybe not nowadays because COVID-19, because you have to cross Canadian border. So that's different story. Okay. But assuming there's no COVID-19, no travel restriction between Canada and American border, the way I can go to Haines is this. I take in Wasilla, I take Parks Highway and start driving east and go toward Palmer. And then from Palmer, I take Glen Highway all the way to Glen Allen. That's east, about 3 hours east of Palmer. 3, 4, 5 hours east of Palmer. I've been to Glen Allen. Okay. Great town. Okay. It's kind of like a intersection town. Okay. Junction. So that's east of Palmer, like 35 hours. Okay. Because I drive slowly, it takes me about 5 hours. Okay. Anyway, so from Glen Allen, you'd go south. That's what's called Richardson Highway. Okay. And then from Richardson Highway, you going south, right? You take left. I think that junction, that intersection town is called something like Tonsina or something. Okay, and then you drive all the way to the right. I mean, the east, all the way to McCarthy. Yeah, okay, yeah, never been there. Okay, so McCarthy is like at the end of the road. Okay, and beyond that, you have to fly out. Okay, if there's no road beyond that. Okay, it's still Alaska. Okay, so about 100 miles east of McCarthy, there's this Canadian town in Yukon Territory that's called something like Koidon, something like that. Okay, so yeah, and that town, Koidon, okay, that town is between Canadian town in Yukon Territory, Beaver Creek, Beaver Creek, and Quill Creek. Okay, and all those three towns are in Alaska Highway. Alaska Highway. Alaska Highway that goes. Bulk of Alaska Highway is actually in Canada. Okay. Yeah. Why is it called Alaska Highway? Where they built that highway, federal American government and Canadian government to connect Alaska with the rest of Lower 48. Okay, so that's the historical name. But bulk of it is in Canada. Okay, so Alaska Highway, you go all the way down to Haines Junction, which is also in Canada, and you take south Haines Highway. It goes all the way to Haines, Alaska. Okay, so my suggestion was between McCarthy and Corridor. Yeah, 100 mile stretch. Yeah, let's build a road because that's situated in the valley between Wrangell St. Elias National Preserve and also Canadian National Preserve, which is a lot of mountains and glaciers. Okay, but between those two, Canadian National Park and American National Park, there's this valley, and road is typically built in the along the valley. Okay, right now it might be impossible because there are glaciers in the valley. Okay, uh, but if global warming happening, climate change happens, continue to happen, those glaciers will melt and become a river. Then we can build roads and bridges. Okay, yeah, yeah. If we cannot stop global warming, yeah, let's use it. Okay. Yeah. I don't because I don't think it's realistic to stop global warming or stop climate change. No, no, I don't think it's possible. Okay, so we may as well just get used to it and use it. Okay, yeah, to our advantage. That's my attitude. Okay, as a humanologist and also as a politician. I mean, President Joe Biden. Okay, he left all these American weapons and equipment like M16, trucks, Humvees, night vision goggles, drones. He left it in Afghanistan, okay? There's nothing we can do about it. But we can turn it around. We can take advantage of that situation. How? If I'm president in 2024, I will talk to them, okay? Yeah. Hey, you guys like American weapons? Guess what? That's Western products. So something good come out of the West. There are some things that you appreciate about the West, like Twitter, Facebook, AR-16, night vision goggles, or trucks, Humvees, drones that we left over in Afghanistan, which is in your possession now. You like those stuff, okay? So you can appreciate the West, at least its products, huh? Like Facebook, Twitter, that you Taliban's use. That's American products, okay? So yeah, maybe you like something about America, okay? Like AI-16, M16, AI-15 weaponry. Yeah. So the West isn't that bad, okay? Mr. Taliban. Okay, so that's what I would say. Yeah. I mean, some people worry about, Taliban selling out those American their technology like night vision goggle or drones and sell it to China so that they can reverse engineer it. Some people worry about that, but I'm not. Why? China already have those technologies. Okay. Drone technology in China that's more advanced than American drone technology, okay, at this point. So I don't think there's any loss there. And some people may worry about Taliban selling those American weapons to terrorist organizations. Am I worried about that? No. Why? Look, when 9/11 happened, Al Qaeda, they did not come to America with weapons. No. The hijackers of these airplanes in 9/11, they could not smuggle weapons like guns to airplanes. So what did they use? They used box cutters. And they used the airplane itself as a weapon. Okay. So American military leaving weapons behind, I don't think that will pose any threat to American security. Okay. So, come to think about it. Eh? Yeah, I'm not worried at all. I mean, even organizations like ISIS, Al Qaeda, I'm not worried about them at all. Okay. So I think we can turn them around. Okay. I think we can even befriend them and kind of like be more a humane approach as opposed to demonizing them. How about what happened in the past? Forget about the past. There's nothing we can do about the past. We have to look into the future, okay? And yeah, I think Biden, Trump, Pompeo, they did make a lot of mistakes, but overall, in general, I think they did the right thing. And Mr. Biden, I think he's doing the right thing too. Overall, yeah, it could have been done better. I would have done it differently, but overall, I appreciate what they do. Overall, okay, yeah. I think at least they're doing it overall, okay, big scheme of things. I think they are doing the right thing. Okay. Pompeo, Trump, Biden. I think they've been doing the right thing in general. Okay. Mhm. I just want to appreciate them because it's too easy to criticize politicians, and I want to show some appreciation. Okay, so yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Because it's never easy as it looks, right? Yeah. So Biden pulling out the U.S. military from Afghanistan, I think he's doing the right thing. Okay, yeah. Of course, it could have been done better. Yes, yes, yes. But Nobody's perfect. Okay, it's not that easy. Yeah, I would have done it differently. Totally, totally. I would have not wasted time talking about climate change, COVID-19, like Biden have done all this time since January, when he could have started evacuating civilians first and then US military second, all the way from January. He waited until May. He wasted 4 months talking about climate change, infrastructure bill, COVID-19, something absolutely useless in my opinion, okay? So he's been wasting all this time, wasting time on those, in my opinion, low priority, actually no priority whatsoever, absolutely useless things. He wasted 5 months doing that. Okay? Yeah, I would have done it differently. Okay. Of course, yeah, getting some benefit of hindsight, 2020 hindsight, okay. But historical lesson learned. So we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? I ate sandwich, okay, before the meeting started today. Oh, so I'm still very full. I buried some digestive tablet. Still so full. Made some beer. Uh, yeah. Oh, by the way, this puffball mushroom is pretty big, isn't it? Almost an inch diameter. It's good. Okay. All right. So I am behind. I'm so President Biden, his people, they got my support on this. Okay, they are doing great job in my opinion. Like thousands of people being airlifted from Afghanistan. That's what they say. Thousands of people. So far, something like 70,000 people got out of Afghanistan. Okay, that's remarkable. I think they're doing a fantastic job. Okay, because I always side with minority. Okay, political minorities most of times. So now that President Biden is on hot seat, I would rather side with him. Okay, because that's what I do. Sympathy. I think he's doing a good job. Okay, so he kind of agree with Taliban that we should not extend the deadline, August 31st. Do I agree with that? Well, I can understand. Taliban, they want to keep Afghanistanis to be in their country as opposed to going out of Afghanistan. I understand that because Taliban, it seems they want to rebuild the country. I don't think they are out for blood. I don't think they want to kill people. Because even Mr. Haqqani network is a kind of deputy Taliban leader. You kind of they have some connection with Al Qaeda as well. But let's bygone be bygone. Okay, water under the bridge. We will have to move forward. Okay, forget about the past. I look at Japan, Germany. They killed a lot of Americans during World War II. Okay, nowadays Japan, Germany, they are our allies. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, foes become friends, friends become foes in the international arena, or even personal level. Politics is all the same. Okay, so yeah, but that's what I think. So and in the news that they said like Taliban, they urged former Afghanistan governmental officials to come back to work. Don't panic, just get back to work. We're not going to harm you. I believe that. Why? Because it seems they are focusing on rebuilding their country. Taliban, okay. So I think that's a good thing. Okay. I do think Taliban has changed. Okay. So uh yeah, Taliban 2.0 I think is better than Taliban 1.0. Like 20 years ago. Okay. I think they have evolved. Okay. So, but that's what I think. According to the news, Taliban also said, like, yeah, women for now stay at home for security reasons. I think that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, transitional government is very chaotic, so yeah, for now, yeah, women stay at home, like gradual change, small change at a time, one thing at a time. Okay, to me that's reasonable. Yeah, it is. I think. I think Taliban is on the right track. That's my opinion. Okay. I understand this is not a popular opinion in America now, right now. Okay, because people feel very emotional about this. Okay, or the whole Afghanistan situation, anger, disappointment, sadness, fear, sympathy, compassion. Okay, that's understandable human emotion. But in my opinion, political leaders they should be more rational than emotional. Okay, uh, they should make policy policies based on logic, reason, science, engineering, rationality. Okay, not emotion. Okay, and the yeah, and what else? So 2 days ago, I had this interview. Okay, so local journalists asked me this question. Okay, like about Roman Empire. We extensively talked about history. Okay, they asked me if had Roman Empire remained a republic like democracy, do you think would it be still Roman Empire now, as opposed to Roman Empire that kind of became dictatorship? Okay, yeah, it could have been. Yeah, could have been sustainable, but there's some other factors though. Come to think about it, okay. So, the reason Roman Empire collapsed, in my opinion, is that they become like lazy heirs of this hardworking, wealthy parental generation. The sound, yeah, they, for whatever reason, they're doing some fireworks. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so uh, yeah, they kind of became complacent. Okay, lazy heirs, spoiled, like the last generation of Roman Empire. Okay, so also Roman Empire grew too big. Okay, and it was too many different languages, different regions, different culture, different religions. So yeah, it was not quite sustainable. Okay, it was too big, Roman Empire. Okay, so different races. America also have different religions, different races, but the thing is, this Roman Empire had this region where only Muslims, more Muslims, and they speak Arabic. Another part of Roman Empire, they speak Latin. Okay, Southern Europeans, but it's under the same country, Roman Empire, so it didn't quite work. Okay, in America, races they're everywhere. Okay, blacks they're everywhere, whites they're everywhere, and all use the same language. Okay, English. Okay, of course, America has territories like Puerto Rico. They're all Hispanics and they speak Spanish, right? Mostly, and some like other territories, Virgin Island, they're mostly African Americans, and in Asia, like Samoa, Guam, uh, they speak their languages. I'm not quite sure what language they speak, okay, but and they're Southeast Asians, okay. But maybe interviewer's question has some good point there because America is not dictatorship; it's democracy, republic. Democracy, republic, in my opinion, is same means same thing. It's ruled by the people, okay. So, opposite of that, yeah, dictatorship, totalitarianism, despotism, tyranny, whatever, okay. But America is not that, okay. So maybe that's why it's working. So yeah, so my answer to the interviewer's question that I was not ready to answer 2 days ago, I think because I had to think about it. Okay, now that I think about it, yeah, the answer could be yes, maybe. Okay, of course there are other variables though. Okay, yeah. So it's difficult to tell. Okay, alternative course of history. Okay, but yeah, I think democracy, republic is very stable form of government. But not every country is ready for that though. Okay. Some countries, yeah, dictatorship work better at that point. They will evolve out of it and become more democracy. Because that seems to be the direction of human history, okay? Yeah. But some countries are not ready for that yet. They will eventually. Okay. Because people learn, right? They get education. Knowledge, good knowledge, they propagate, okay? And they last forever, good knowledge, okay? So yeah, then people will be ready to be the rulers, ruled by the people. But that takes time. Good knowledge, they do propagate slowly, but once they propagate, they'll stay there forever. Okay, good knowledge. Okay, bad knowledge, bad ideologies, they spread very quickly, but they don't last very long. Okay, why? Because they are not based on rationality, firm ground. They are based on emotion, fleeting emotion. Okay, so that's why good bad ideologies they don't last very long. Okay, yeah, but they spread very fast. Mm. Yeah, with the appeal to emotion. Okay. So, Congressman of Houston, Texas, Congressman Mr. Dan Crenshaw, the ex Navy SEAL veteran, he said something like, "Well, what America should say is, yeah, extend the deadline, evacuation deadline, and if Taliban comes between us, the U.S., evacuating Americans out of Afghanistan, we will kill you." That's what I would say. That's what he said. Then, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, of course, okay. But we will kill you. That part, yeah, that's what I would have said. Yeah, that actually that's what he said. Congressman Dan Crenshaw, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's ex-Navy SEAL, so who also served in Afghanistan. But I would not have said that. Why? I'm more diplomacy-oriented kind of guy. I did deploy to Afghanistan too, but I was not special forces. I was not Navy SEAL. I was not. I never even saw combat. Okay, although technically I'm combat veteran because I deployed to combat zone. Okay, so, but never saw combat. Okay, and I'm glad I didn't. It's not my thing. Okay, but I appreciate combat veterans. I mean, who actually saw combat. Okay, but I wasn't one of them. Okay, it's not my thing. Okay, so but yeah, yeah. So would I push the deadline, extend the deadline? I mean, we have to see, right? But I've been in constant communication with Taliban if I was the president now, okay? And just make them love us, love me, okay? By being friendly, appreciative. Hey, Mr. Taliban, yeah, very impressive, very smart strategy, taking over Afghanistan very fast. Personally, I find that very inspiring. Why? I'm a dark horse candidate, small guy. I'm going against Mrs. Commissioner, Republican Party backed Senator Lisamkorski incumbent. Okay, so I'm just small guy, one man campaign. Okay, of course I don't use violence like Taliban does, but in terms of metaphysical analogy, yeah, I'm small, they're big, so I'm going against this Goliathan, Behemothan giants. If former Governor Sarah Palin joins, Dr. Agros joins, Dr. Agros and Mr. Joe Miller, Miss Alice Galvin, they may join, and they did do successful campaign. They raised a lot of money when they ran. Okay. Oh yeah, they're very well known in Alaska. Okay. And Governor Sarah Palin, of course, she's well known nationally, perhaps internationally too. Okay. Maybe not, but nationally for sure. Yeah. Maybe not internationally, but so all those people, potential candidates or declared candidates, they're big. But there are some of us dark horse candidates. So we have, I mean, I'm kind of like there's some analogy to be making here. Taliban very small, or Northern Alliance Afghanistan very small compared to British Empire, Soviet Union Empire, American Empire. But they won 3 times. I find that very inspiring. Not just Taliban, Northern Alliance, Afghanistanis, Taliban. just Afghanistan as a whole. I find them very inspiring. Okay, yeah. Great sense of independence, and I am independent. Okay, so I do find them very inspiring. Okay, and Taliban like taking over Afghanistan so quickly. I did read about them. What was their strategy? But actually, they've been prepared for this day for years. That's what I heard. They talk to just local warlords, seniors, basically influencers in all different provinces in Afghanistan. They've been doing that for years. It's like diplomacy, human relationship, that kind of public relation. That's what they did. That's why they were so successful. Why? Because they maintain good relationship with Afghanistanis all over Afghanistan. Okay. So they didn't fight them. Actually, they welcomed them when Taliban came to their town. Okay. These people are smart. Taliban's. So they conducted that diplomacy campaign basically before they did this military campaign with guns. Before that, they did diplomacy campaign first to get Afghanistanis all over, love them and trust them. That was the Taliban strategy. That's why they were so successful. It was not just brute force. Okay. These people are smart, okay? So they are more than guys with guns. Taliban's, okay? Nowadays, they're not. Okay, they're all are more than that, okay? That's why they were so highly successful, effective, okay? So my political campaign, okay, I'm not using any. I will never use guns. This is American democracy, okay? No. So it's just metaphysical analogy, okay? Yeah. Nowadays, what do I do? Zoom meetings, all different parts of Alaska, eh? Because U.S. senatorial election is statewide, okay? So yeah, thanks to COVID-19, local governmental officials they host Zoom meetings or Zoom seminars, okay? Yeah, so I join. Hmm? Many times they give us 3 minutes to talk about anything. So yeah, I give out my campaign speech for 3 minutes, introduce myself, and yeah. I've been doing this all the way for 1 year, Monday through Thursday, till next year, August. But there are always meetings, okay? Local government Zoom meetings, okay? That's that's my plan, okay? I've been doing this for a year, okay? So, and I learn a lot about Alaska. The history of those towns, their geography, their industry, demographics. Before the meeting, I studied that, okay? I do my homework. So 1 year from now, I will learn a lot about Alaska. Okay, so it's metaphysical campaign, okay? Not physical campaign. No, metaphysical campaign. Yeah, kind of back in the days in Ohio, okay, some other parts of America, back in the days, like early 1900s, late 1800s, this front porch campaign. Presidential candidates, at some point, some other candidates, okay, president candidates, they never left their houses during presidential campaign, okay? Front porch campaign, okay? That's kind of American tradition too, okay? Virtual campaign and whatnot. Okay, so okay, let's take 5 minutes break, please. Yeah. Okay. So that's phase one. Contact influencers in different localities all over Alaska by Zoom meeting. What will be phase two of my campaign? My phase two will begin if I win the primary next year, August. If I lose primary, that's it. I'm not gonna do my like writing ballot. No, 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 no. If I lose top four, jungle primary, my campaign is over. I'm not gonna pursue anything. That'll be the end of the campaign for me next year. Okay. If I don't get make, if I don't make top four, jungle primary. Okay. But if I win, yeah, phase two. We'll talk about that after 5 minutes break. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so by the way, let me eat this puffball mushroom. They don't last very long, mushroom season. So when they are at it, I want to eat it. Two puffball mushrooms, okay? Okay, it's good. Whatever. It's good. Not as good as first time though. I'm kind of getting used to this taste, so but it's good. Okay, phase two. If I win, if I make top four next year, Jungle Primary, okay, August 2021. Phase two will be this, okay. So now that I'm top four, hypothetically, yeah, political fantasy, alright. People will invite me. They will interview me, like more mainstream journalists, and I will be able to write in newspapers op-ed, opinion editorial. There's like 800 words, okay, as opposed to 200 word letter to editor, okay. Because I'm a top four, okay, so it'll be different, okay. I may have interview with some television journalists, TV networks. Oh yeah. Then what would I say? Would I become more aggressive toward other top three, top four candidates? Top three candidates other than myself. Would I be aggressive about them? Maybe sometimes because, but I'd rather not. Why? I have a lot of other things to say about my own agenda, my own ideas. Okay. So other candidates, I don't think I will have time to criticize them because I have too many ideas already. What I would do as U.S. senator representing Alaska, I'll be busy just talk about my ideas, my plans, ambitions for Alaska. Okay, I won't have time to criticize other candidates. Okay, so yeah, but if it's just bigger scale, all right, but things won't change very much. Okay, yeah. So phase one, just introducing myself to local influencers, local government officials all over Alaska. Okay, phase one, right? Introduce myself. Not like priming them, conditioning them. No, just introducing myself and to show them I'm serious about this campaign and I'm a decent guy. Okay. And then if I make top four, yeah, my campaign, my political philosophy, political ideas, economic plans. Yeah. So 2 days ago, kind and generous audience members, they during the interview, Facebook Live, they asked me this question in the comment section. I could not answer that question. Why? Because during the interview, I did not watch my cell phone. Okay, so but later, yeah, I did type in uh, my answers. What's my the audience members? They asked me, "What's your political philosophy?" Okay, my political philosophy is this. Okay, basically, it's good that America has two parties, Democrats and Republicans. Okay, two party system. But I'm independent. I want to be the middleman to bridge the gap and to work together to make a perfect solution that will satisfy both. the left and the right, like pebble mine. We make a lot of money environmentally soundly because we have those technologies, and then yeah, we abide by the regulations, clean pebble mine, and then make a lot of money, help out the poor, and keep the PFD, and not institute any sales tax, income tax. We prevent increase of tax. So Republicans will like that, okay? Yeah. We just need to make a lot of money, okay? Pebble mine, animal oil, animal farm, also Alaskan berry farms. Yeah. If we make a lot of money, we'll keep the PFD, we'll not raise tax, and we'll help the poor. So Democrats will be happy with that too. Animal farm, yeah. We prevent extinction of wild animals because we are farming them. We release some of them to their natural habitat. So Democrats will be very happy to see that. Republicans will be happy because we're going to make a lot of jobs, create jobs, make a lot of money. Okay. Animal farm, okay? Yeah. Bear farm, whatever animals out there. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the plan. But whether it's going to work or not, it doesn't matter. Okay. Some other commentators said in the Facebook comment, yeah, this guy's campaign is not going anywhere. But we'll see, okay? I have 1 year left. So it's too early to tell, okay? So, but even if I don't make top four next year, I'm okay with that. Okay. I to learn about Alaska and its history. It's very fun. And it is significant because I learn about how history works, how our society evolved by conducting this case study about Alaska. Why? Why is it significant? Because Alaska is a very small part of the world, right? But everywhere else is same. If I study Alaskan history, I learn the principle. There's generic. Because human nature is same. Evolution of human society anywhere in the on the planet Earth, it is the same. Okay, so to understand humanity, I just need to understand Alaskan history because everywhere else is exactly the same, minor variation. Okay, so I deepen my understanding about human nature, human evolution by studying Alaskan history. Hmm? As a humanologist, okay, it'll be good. Okay, so if I lose primary, if I don't make top four jungle primary next year, yeah, I hunker down and start writing what I have learned and just publish papers in online databases. Okay, so I'm okay either way, whether win or lose next year. Primary. Either way, yeah, it will be good. It will be very good because I'm studying. When I do political campaigning, I'm learning a lot. Uh, that's great. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. What am I thinking? Nothing. I'm just blank. Just resting. Yeah. Tonight I stop eating that puffball mushroom because I'm still digesting. Okay, so and I ate enough of that. Okay, so such a great snack though. Just the right size. It's very moist. Alaska it rains quite a bit. Okay, so yeah. Let's take 5 minutes break, please. Thank you. Yeah. Let me turn the heat off. Okay. So, uh, political fantasy. Okay. If I become senator next year, 2021. Okay. So I'll be sworn in 2022. Okay. Come 2024. No, no, no. If I get elected 2022 next year as U.S. senator from Alaska, okay, 2023 I will be sworn in, right? Next year, 2024. Will I run for president? Yeah, no doubt. If I get elected as U.S. senator, okay. Why? I can help out Alaska more as a president of the United States than what? One of hundred senators, junior senators. I can help a lot of Alaska if I'm U.S. president. Okay, a lot better than if I'm just senator. Okay, yeah. As United States president, if I get elected year 2024, 2025, I got sworn in the White House. I will still working for Alaska. Yeah, Anwar Oil, Pebble Mine, no doubt. Okay, yeah. How about the rest of America? I help them too. Okay. How about the world? Oh, yeah, I help them as well. But I'm not gonna work more than 40 hours a week though. Can I still help? Oh yeah. Quality of work, not quantity of work. Okay. So President Biden, in his infinite wisdom, appointed former South Bend, Indiana mayor, Mr. Buttigieg, right? Why? My guess is that because he is LGBT community member. Okay, so there was this news. Mr. Secretary of Transportation, he got appointed and he got confirmed, right? So he's Secretary of Transportation Department nowadays in Washington D.C. He announced that he got a big news. Okay, yeah, he and his male partner, his husband, a gay marriage. Okay, and they adopted a baby. It was been made big a big news. So he's more visible now as Secretary of Transportation, White House cabinet member. So he's advertising LGBT ideology. Okay. Yeah, so he's being used by this LGBT ideology as the agent of that LGBT ideology to propagate LGBT ideology. Okay. Yeah, that's how ideology works. Okay. So if I become United States president, I don't want to appoint the whole new set of secretaries of those departments. I just keep them as they are. But when it comes to Secretary of Transportation, Mr. Buttigieg, if I get elected as U.S. president in 2024, I probably send him away. Where? As an ambassador. Where? Saudi Arabia. Why? Because I don't want to work with him. But if I just fire him, then there is some backlash. Okay. Oh, you fired him just because he's LGBT, right? You're homophobic. I don't want that. Okay. So I'm not going to outright fire him, but I'm going to send him to Middle East as an ambassador. Why Middle East? Because actually, I think Middle East can benefit from someone very liberalistic, like Mr. Buttigieg. He's very liberal. So I think he might have some positive effect to Middle East as a U.S. ambassador there. Okay. To strike some balance. Okay. Give me one second. I got something in my eye. Let me flush it out. Yeah, so that's very traditional historical political strategy. If somebody get elected as U.S. president, and if they think this newly president elect, if they don't think they can work with this person very well, but this person should get something, some appointment, they send them away as ambassador in some remote regions. Okay, so that's very common technique. As a student of American history, I learned that trick. All right. How about all the others? I just keep them for a while. But if I found out that if I find out that as president of the United States, hypothetically, okay, if I find out that they're ideologically incompatible with me, then one by one, yeah, I send them away to foreign countries as ambassadors. Okay. I'm not going to just fire them. What if they refuse to accept these ambassador positions in foreign countries? They just lose their jobs. So one way or another, they be out of Washington D.C. because I'm not going to work with them. Okay, I replace them one by one. If they disobey my orders, because I don't have time to deal with that. Okay, I just replace them one by one. Okay, if they do not follow my orders. Okay, and if I find them ideologically incompatible. Okay, just one by one. Okay, not like fire them all. That's how it's done in American presidency, right? Sometimes every single time brand new president get elected, fire all the departmental secretaries, cabinet members, and hire a brand new one. I'm not doing that. Why? Just waste of my time. Uh, I just keep them in place for a while. And if I find them incompatible, then one by one I send them away. Hey, do you want to be ambassador of this country? If not, yeah, well, one way or another, you are I'm not going to work with you in Washington D.C. Okay, so either you take on ambassadorial positions or you get another job somewhere else. But I'm not going to work with you, okay, because you're not listening, okay. So that's the strategy, okay. Politics, I love it. It's just so funny. I studied and still studying political history of America, okay. Not nowadays though. Nowadays, all I study is Alaskan history of those towns before I attend that Zoom meeting in those towns, all of Alaska. Okay, so Zoom meeting. Okay, it's very powerful. Yeah, it's good because I don't have to travel all the way there to meet them. Okay, so yeah. So if I become U.S. senator next year, okay, and then 1 year later, 2024 presidential campaign, how would I do that? We'll talk about that in 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. Okay. So I just during the cigarette break, I just looked at my campaign website. She's like, yeah, basically blog spot maintained by Google. Okay, it has this counter. Okay, it counts the visitors, how many views. Okay, so I was kind of surprised that last year, okay, when I was running for Alaska State Senate, some blogs articles I did published there in my campaign website, 150 views sometimes. Okay, I guess because last year I did quite aggressive campaign, meaning going to places, handing out my campaign cards with my campaign website in there. Okay, maybe that kind of worked, huh? Okay, this year I'm not doing that. Okay, it's just too much work. Okay, so nowadays if I write some essays in my campaign website, there are still viewers. Okay, like 5 views, 7 views, two. Okay, yeah, not as much as last year, but still. Okay, it's quite surprising. Okay, yeah. How about pebble paper? Well, I'll look it up next cigarette break. So, presidential campaign, year 2024, it'll be just like the way I do it here. Okay, yeah, Zoom meetings, but US presidential election will be nationwide. So, I'll be attending Zoom meeting, local governmental agency Zoom meetings all over the country for a year. Okay. But by then, hypothetically, I'll be U.S. senator. Okay, so if I and they record those stuff. Okay, Zoom meetings. So in that particular state and town, it will make a news. Yeah, U.S. senator from Alaska, presidential candidate attended this Zoom meeting, gave out 3-minute campaign pitch. It has good chance of getting local attention, local media. Okay, so that'll be my campaign method. Okay, so and I might get invited to give a speech virtually, Zoom meeting, Skype meeting, right? Teleconference stuff. Yeah, nationwide, okay? So that'll be my campaign method, okay? It won't change very much from what I do nowadays. Yeah. hmm Zero penny campaign. It will always be like that, okay? Yeah. hmm So, some different topics. I mean, nowadays, hyperinflation, okay? So, White House economists, they say, oh, that's stagflation. It fits the definition. Inflation, but less jobs, less economic productivity. That's classical definition of stagflation. It fits the definition. They say that, okay, and my reaction, yeah, I get it. I did learn what stagflation is. Yeah, it does fit the definition, but that's not quite helping, is it? The problem is, yeah, I had to come up with a brand new equation in economics, okay? Yeah, price is equal to amount of money divided by amount of economic activities. Okay, I had to come up with brand new economics equation. Why? Because existing economics equations, it doesn't quite explain very well this phenomenon of hyperinflation situation. Okay, so I had to come up with brand new equation in economics. Okay, because it's not there yet. Okay, I do study what other people have come up with, like theories. But when it's not good enough, I come up with my own theories in mathematics, physics, economics, history, biology, whatever, chemistry, whatever, okay? Because I'm a scholar first. politician second. Okay. Yeah. And psychology is not good enough. Okay, let me come up with brand new study about human nature. That's humanology. Okay, because I was not satisfied with psychology. Okay, there's some good in there. I get it. Okay, no science is perfect, but humanology, yeah, we just start from scratch. Okay, and it's already been done. Okay, it's still developing, but the bulk of is the backbone of that is the humanology. Okay, yeah. If I lose election next year, yeah, I will write about humanology, economics, whatever. Okay, I'll write some more, possibly even mathematics. Okay, yeah. Pro paper paper three project, yeah, that's indefinitely postponed. Why? Because I'm doing campaign nowadays. Okay, so Zoom meetings Monday to Friday, Friday and I allow it hunky. That's all my time is being consumed. Okay, but already pro paper one and two, that's pretty much good enough. Okay, pro paper three. If I lose my election next year, yeah, I get back to it. Okay, I think it's a worthwhile project to pursue, but not before the election though. Okay, before election, I'm not writing any academic papers, research papers. Okay, yeah, because I'm campaigning. Yeah, yeah. I write to local newspapers, letter to editors once in a while. Yeah, once in a while. Nowadays, I'm just too busy. Okay, after work, yeah, local Zoom meetings, and then study those local towns in Alaska, their geography, demographics, history. Okay, yeah, so I'm just busy. But I'm studying Alaskan local towns histories. Okay, which is amazing story. Okay, so yeah, I mean in Haines, north of Haines, along this Haines Highway, this was called Chilkat Pass, which is part of Delton Trail back in the days. Yeah, I had to go to like Klondike, Dawson City in Canada, gold mine. Yeah, Klondike Gold Rush, just like between something like 1896 to 1899, something like that, okay, late 1800s. Okay, yeah, featured in Hollywood movie Charlie Chaplin, Gold Rush, right? Yeah, I love that movie. Okay, it's based on true story. Okay, even gold miners eating their own shoe, their own boot. It's kind of loosely based on true story. Okay, what they did, from what I read, uh, they boiled their boot, but they didn't actually eat the boot. Uh, they drank the soup. I understand it's gross, yeah, but they had to make do with what they had. Okay, so a sister city of Haines, Alaska, is Skagway, Alaska. Okay, I haven't been to their Zoom meeting yet. Okay, at some point I will. Okay, so Skagway, Alaska, they have just two different paths to go to that Klondike, Dawson City gold mine back in late 1800s. Okay, one path was called Chilkoot Pass. Haines, north of Haines, that's Chilkat Pass. Okay, part of this Dalton Trail. So some gold miners would go up there from Haines and then take the river and to sail down to Dawson City. Okay, yeah, there's one way to get to that gold mine. Okay, just Delton Trail, Chilkat Pass. Okay, north of Haines. Okay, east of Haines, there's this town called Skagway, and there are two passes to get to that Klondike, Dawson City in Canada. Okay, one of them is called Chilkoot Pass. Another one is called White Pass. Okay, yeah. So there's three ways to get to the Klondike, Dawson City gold mine. No? So I was kind of confused. Okay, Chilkoot Pass, Chilkat Pass, they kind of sound similar. Okay, and Hain, and east of the town, Hain, Skagway. Okay, so Skagway had Chilkoot Pass and White Pass. I was confused. Okay, so now I know. Okay, but Skagway once upon a time, late 1800s, there's some this local criminal gangbang or gangsters. Okay, headed by Mr. Soap Smith. Okay, yeah. I read about him. Okay, in some books about Alaska, like Ant Feels Trunk. Yeah, I remember. I'm still reading it. I mean, nowadays I don't quite read very much, but Volume 3, that's what I'm into now. But nowadays I just don't have time to read. Okay, I read Wikipedia, but not books. Yeah. But Haynes, interesting history though. Okay, there's what's called Haynes Fairbanks pipeline. We take 5 minutes break, okay, and we talk about Haynes Fairbanks pipeline. There's like 600 miles long, something like that. Okay, it's not the same as Trans-Alaska oil pipeline from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez. No, it's different from that. Okay? It comes from Haynes all the way to Fairbanks. Okay, we'll talk about that in 5 minutes. Okay, very interesting history. Okay. Okay. So, well, as a preliminary, the TAPS, Trans-Alaska Pipeline System, that's from Prudhoe Bay, like Antarctica, Prudhoe Bay, like Arctic Ocean, oil, all the way down to Valdez, Alaska, okay? That's big oil pipe, like how many feet wide? 6 feet, 5 feet is big, okay? I don't know how many. But it's big pipeline, okay? So there's taps, okay? But Haynes, Fairbanks pipeline, that's not that big. It's like this big, okay? Maybe less than 1 feet wide, okay? Uh, so it goes the other way. In Haynes, back in the days during World War II, they had this pumping station, okay? So they would transport from Haynes all the way to Fairbanks, like I think it's Fort Wainwright, some military base there during World War II. It was built and operational for several years during World War II. Yeah, yeah, to transport like jet fuel or gasoline, whatever, diesel, whatever oil product that they needed in Fairbanks during World War II. Okay, yeah. Interesting history, right? Now it's decommissioned. Okay, yeah, the war is over. Okay? But that pipeline, that trail, that's pretty much the same as the Haynes Highway. Okay, and yeah, so it's the route along this traditionally the Delton Trail, kinda. Okay, yeah, Delton Trail. That's originally from Tlingit. They pronounce it Tlingit. Okay, Tlingit Alaskan tribes is their trade route. Athabaskan Alaskan natives, they are more interior region. Okay, Tlingits Alaskan native tribes, they are more like Haines, Juneau, Southeast, more coastal regions. So they have they're highly prized trading stocks. The main products of these Tlingit Indians is Ulichan fish oil. Fish oil. Ulichan. That's like I read about it when I was studying Alaska native plants, edible plants. Ulichan oil, very famous. Okay, traditionally Alaskan American natives, Tlinkits. Okay, Ulichan, they are very small fish, high, very rich in oil. Okay, so Ulichan oil, uh, they use it for cooking. Okay, yeah. Sometimes they cook Alaskan native edible plants with that oil, Ulichan fish oil. Okay, highly prized. Okay, back in the days, like goes way back, like thousands of years. Okay, so Alaskan natives. Okay, and Athabaskan interior region, Alaskan natives, they traded with Tlingit natives. So Tlingit people, they're ocean people. They're fishermen. Okay, uh, Athabascans are the interior. They're mountain people. Okay, interior Alaska. So they're hunters. So yeah, furs, meat. They trade with Ulichan oil, fish oil, by Tlingits. Okay, yeah. So that Delton Trail, it was traditional trail used by Alaskan natives, by Athabascans and Tlingits. Okay, intertribal trade route. Originally, that's what Delton Trail used to be. Okay, yeah, very interesting history, right? Yeah, some more interesting history about Haynes. Uh, Secretary Seward, United States Secretary of State, I think. Okay, Secretary Seward, Where is it from? I don't know. Is it from Ohio or Tennessee? I don't know. Secretary Seward, he purchased Alaska from Russia, Soviet Union, back in year 1867. Okay? Yeah. So after the Alaska purchase, he paid a visit to town of Haines, and he met with this Tlingit tribe. Well, there was some subdivision of Tlingit tribe. It was called Chilkats. Okay, so Chilkat was some subdivision of Tlingit tribe in southeast Alaska. Haines, Skagway, Juneau, southeast Alaska. There are a lot of towns like Petersburg, Wrangell, Ketchikan, Sitka. They're all around there. Okay, southeast Alaska. Okay, yeah, many towns there. Mhm. Clinkets. Okay, and Clinkets in today's Haines, uh, their tribe name was Chilkats. Yeah, I mean Anchorage, Alaska. There's this wonderful bar, also dance club that I've been to. Okay, Chiku Charlie. Okay, so yeah, well, up Skagway, Chiku Pass. It came from that Chilkat name, local tribe, Clinket tribe. Okay, yeah, I'm still learning. Okay, it's Alaskan history is very interesting. Okay, so Mr. Sword, Secretary Sword, back in late 1800s, paid visit to uh, Haines and met with Chilkat tribal chief, and Chilkat tribal chief really liked Mr. Sword, and he called Chilkat tribe chief gentleman called Mr. Sword, yeah, a man of peace. He liked him. Okay. Yeah, that's the magic of diplomacy. Okay, so Secretary Sword, yeah, he made peace with Alaskan tribes. He also made peace with Soviet Union too. Diplomacy. Yeah, Mr. Secretary Sword, he's the guy who pushed for Alaskan purchase when it was not that popular in America, and he made it happen. He was not the president of the United States. He was secretary. Okay. Now, Senator Ted Stevens, okay, he played a very big role to make Alaska a state. Year 1959. When he played a big role to make Alaska a state, he was not U.S. Senator of Alaska. He was a governmental official in Washington, D.C. What department? Could have been Department of Treasury, something like that. Okay? But he lobbied heavily for statehood of Alaska. Okay. Later on, he came back to Alaska and became a senator. Okay. So to make something big happen, you don't have to be a senator. You don't have to be president. Okay. But you can still have some achieve something great. Okay. Yeah. Secretary Sword, although he was not president, uh, Mr. Governmental Employee in Washington, D.C., Mr. Ted Stevens, although he was not Alaska U.S. Senator, but still, he played a very crucial role. Okay. Pivoting role. Yeah. Great historical lesson, right? Yeah. Mhm. So, human progress, human evolution, it does have a price. It's not automatic, spontaneous. just doesn't happen. It has its own price. Okay, we as adults, we have to work for it to make this world a better place, to make our future generation to be bigger and better than us. We have to work for it. Do our part as adults. Ugh. Look at this worm. My goodness, I don't like worms. I just flush it. I mean, I don't mow my lawn, so yeah, they're just grassy worms. They're not toxic or anything. Okay, but got me surprised. So we as adults, we have to do our part as current generation adults to bring bigger and brighter future for future generations. Okay, just like our parental generation, grandparental generation did for us. Okay, right. Yeah, we have to work for it, right? Yeah, we take 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's switch the topic to this TV show and also later on movie remake Twilight Zone. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life original in Twilight Zone, like back in 1960s. Rod Sterling. I like that one. Yeah, it was very great. Child actor, fantastic. Great casting of other actors, actresses too. But one part I didn't like is ultra interracialistic coupling. One couple, ultra interracial, a brown man, blonde white lady. I didn't like that. Like I did not like that part. Okay, so that's the only part I did not like. Okay, about that. It's so wonderful life original. Okay, but other than that, it's great. Okay, but it's so wonderful life remake, the Twilight Zone movie. I really like that fantasy sequence about this cartoon world. That one was exceptionally well done. Yeah, yeah. And some other episodes that I watched were Twilight Zone the movie. Yeah, Kick the Can. It was good. Yeah, African American gentleman visiting this. Well, spoiler alert. Okay, African American gentleman visiting from this one senior care center to another, basically to emphasize the virtue of exercise. Okay, that was good. Okay, yeah, I think it's directed by Steven Spielberg. Okay, it was good. First one, it was good too. Okay, so it was about racism, criticism of racism. That was very well done too. Okay, so I watched the whole 4 episodes in the Twilight Zone movie. Okay, Twilight Zone the movie. Okay, it was very well done. The intro part was fun too. Okay, yeah, just two guys, buddies, driving down the back road of some. I think it was Route 66 or something. I don't know. Yeah, and you know, nice intro. Okay, just chatting, guessing game with this song that they're humming. Okay, that was fun. Yeah, it's a nice movie. So news, yeah, like President Trump, he went rally last Saturday in Alabama. Finally, and he recommended Alabamans to have COVID-19 vaccine, and he got booed. Quite a surprise, right? Maybe he was concerned about Alabama people's health, uh, or maybe he didn't want to take the responsibility of being an anti-vaxxer. He said, "Yeah, I got COVID-19 vaccine. It's good, and I recommend you to get a vaccine." That's what he said. Okay, he got booed. Okay, so am I still an anti-vaxxer? I kind of am, but I got COVID-19 vaccine, so I'm kind of hedging on the issue, getting it both ways, perhaps. I just don't like mandatory stuff, okay? But the thing is this, okay? Yeah, vaccine is a gamble, okay? You take a risk, okay, for your choices. Because there are some side effects of vaccines. There's some allergic reaction, whatever, okay? So I think it's better to leave it to the people's choice as opposed to mandating it, okay? So that be my opinion, okay? So, but do I recommend people to get vaccination? I do not. What I can tell you is, no, I don't have time, so I had to get vaccination. It was mandatory for me. Okay. So I got vaccine, no problem. Okay. I did resist because I don't think it was necessary at all. I still don't think it's necessary because I do diet and exercise. I'm healthy. Okay. What is this bug? I think that could be a mosquito. Okay. If it's a mosquito, it will come at me. Okay. How did it get in here? So yeah, what I recommend to people would be diet and exercise. That I strongly recommend all the time. Okay? Healthy immune system, antibody, efficient antibody immune system. Okay, that I recommend. But do I recommend people to get vaccinated? I don't. I recommend diet and exercise, healthy immune system. Okay, that I recommend. Okay, but yeah, I do get vaccines twice. Pfizer vaccine. I think it's a good vaccine. Okay, because Moderna or Astra, whatever, they have some Johnson and Johnson. They have some side effect. Okay, mosquito. I'm not sure it's cat fly or mosquito. Okay, if it is mosquito, you come at me. Okay, so but I think it's more attracted to the light. I don't know. Let's see. It's somewhere around here. Okay, so I wait and get it when it comes next time. Okay, but I don't think it was a mosquito. The fly pattern. Yeah, mosquitoes. Yeah, it depends on mosquitoes, but whatever. So if if you're gonna get vaccinated, I would rather recommend Pfizer vaccine, okay? Because I got Pfizer, didn't have any side effect. First time, yeah, ouch. Well, not ouch, okay, but very gentle, okay, but the shot itself, but later on some muscle ache, okay, some fatigue, tiredness for a couple of hours, that's it, okay. Second shot, nothing. Not even muscle ache, not even well, I got one on my left arm, and second time on my right arm, something like that. Okay. Second time, yeah, not even muscle ache, not even fatigue, tiredness. No. Okay. But I don't think it was necessary for me because I'm a healthy immune system. Because I know biology, physiology. Okay. Antibody, all the mechanism. But others, they don't know. Politicians, they don't know. They're afraid. Maybe they're not. They don't want to be responsible for COVID-19 related death. Maybe they want to appease the people. Maybe that's why they're trying to get people to get vaccinated. Whatever. Okay. My friends, we talk about politics. Okay, so I got good ideas from them. Okay, what politicians think. Okay, I learn from my friends. Okay, my political mentors. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, but it's quite surprising. Okay, Alabamans booing, jeering Mr. Trump. Okay, that was interesting news. Even some conservative radio talk shows hosts called him out for recommending vaccine. Okay, so me, I'm like, mandatory masking, mandatory vaccination. I don't want to spend too much time on that because there'll be just waste of time. What what I do, if people require me to wear a mask, I do. I don't want to argue about it. It's no big deal. Okay, I don't have time. They mandated me to have vaccination. I did. Let's just get past it, okay? So, because I don't have time to argue about it, okay? So, was I afraid of, concerned about potential side effect of vaccination? Yeah. And I did not think, and I still do not think it was necessary for me to get vaccination. Why? I do diet and exercise. I'm healthy, okay? But I got vaccination anyway, okay? And when it was required for me to wear a mask, I did. To make other people feel safer and feel more comfortable. And for me, I don't have time to argue about it. Okay, so but it's not such a big a deal. Okay, so to me it's not. Okay, so but for some others it's a matter of individual liberty, freedom. I understand. Okay, I understand their sentiment, and I do respect it. Okay, so I am against mandatory vaccine. I'm against mandatory masking. Okay, because I think it should be up to the people, their judgment, risk taking. Okay, but masking it has its own risk too. Okay, but it hinders the flow of air. Okay, or some bacterial fungal infection from masking. It's a risk. Okay, so I think it should be up to the people. Okay, so let them make individual judgment evaluation because whether we wear mask or not wear mask, both choices involve different kinds of risks. Okay, whether I get vaccinated or not get vaccinated, both choices involve different sets of risks. They're all risky. Okay, it's a gamble. So let's leave it up to the people. Okay. All right, Democrats. I mean, come on. If they really believe that people who do not get vaccinated, like mostly Republicans, okay, they get COVID-19 and they die. When the next generation, there will be more Democrats because all the Republicans they died from COVID-19 because they are anti-vaxxers. Okay, so politically speaking, it will serve their purpose. To put it bluntly, because all the Republicans they are anti-vaxxers, so they die out. So next generation, only Democrats are left because they are fully vaccinated. So there will be more Democrats than Republicans next generation. They achieve their political purpose. So I guess Democrats in America, I guess they are Americans who care about Republicans. Maybe they care about Republican Party people, their longevity, and Republican Party people's longevity. Maybe Democratic Americans, maybe they want Republican Americans to survive. Maybe, or maybe it's ideological warfare. Maybe they want to convert Republicans to be pro-vaxxers, just like Democrats are, to make to convert people into their kind of thinking. Just ideological activity, okay? Whatever, okay. But what I recommend to people is exercise and diet. That's it, okay, and rest, all right, and personal hygiene. Yeah, that's what I do. I wash my clothing like at least twice a week. Nowadays, more like thrice. Okay. Importance of laundry. Okay. Yeah. I vacuum my floor like once a month. Okay. And surface cleaning. I'm kind of lazy on that. Okay. So, but because I live by myself, and truly I don't have any guests. Okay. Yeah. But washing myself because I don't want to smell bad. Okay. If I don't wash, I start to smell bad. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Monday through Friday morning before I go to work, I take full bath. Okay. Nowadays, Saturday, I take full bath too because I go out there, sing and dance, karaoke bars, dance clubs. Okay, yeah. Part of my campaign activity. Okay. Personal hygiene, plan of rest, yeah. Exercise, diet, and relax. To relax, I smoke cigarettes and I drink alcohol. Okay, that's how I relax. Okay, and good rest, right? Good sleep. You saw me, I don't exercise too much, but I do so on a regular basis. For 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I went to gym during my lunch break. How much time did I spend there? Like 10 minutes, that's it. Running? How how much do I run? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's it. Okay. But I do so on a regular basis. Yeah. Everything in moderation. Right? Mhm. Yeah, drink in moderation, smoke in moderation, exercise in moderation. Right. Yeah. So I'm healthy, so that I recommend to people. That's the good science. Okay. To me, masking, vaccine, that's like amulet, like superstition, like give people some false sense of security, safety, ta- taking the easy way out. They say it's effective, maybe it is, okay? But the best health advice I would give to people, exercise and diet and rest, personal hygiene, okay? Laundry. Yeah, and so social distancing too. Yeah, yeah. Maybe fist bump instead of shaking hands. Okay, sure. Elbow notch. Yeah, I mean, if you are doing elbow notch, whatever, your mouse and other person's mouse can't get very close. Okay, so fist bump is better. Okay, elbow notch is kind of risky too. It's kind of like lascivious a little bit. Okay, so fist bump that's better in my opinion. But you're maintaining distance from mouse to mouse, fist bump, okay. But elbow notch, yeah, your mouse is right next to somebody else's mouse, okay. So that's I don't think it's a good idea, okay. So fist bump is better, I think. Yeah. But social distancing, yeah, sure. 'Cause I like having my personal space. Hmm? We take 5 minutes break, please, okay? Yeah. We talk about bear farming a little bit, okay? All right. So polar bears, okay. They mostly eat seals, right? Or whale carcass, whatever. They hunt whales too, okay. Some dolphins, narwhal, or whatever, beluga, whatever, okay. Trapped in this ice opening, okay. Yeah, but they eat fruits as well. Yeah, yeah. In the zoos, animal zoos, polar bears they love watermelon. Okay, yeah, it's great treat for them. Okay, they eat fruits. They are omnivores. Okay, yeah, bears are omnivores. All bears are. Okay, yeah, it's elements. Okay, cats. Let's say yeah, cats are traditionally like carnivores, right? Dogs, they're more like scavengers, omnivores, but dogs and bears, they're kind of similar. Dogs and bears, okay? Cats, felines, they're traditionally carnivores, okay? But cats, domestic cats, you feed cat food, right? If this cat food, can, if it's made with tofu, like protein, vegetarian protein, like beans, cat will eat them, okay? They're not gonna tell any difference whether this canned cat food, is made from animal protein or plant-based protein. They're not gonna tell any difference. Why? All they need is protein. Okay, so they don't care. Okay, polar bears, they're not gonna care either. Okay, I guarantee you. Okay, they will eat tofu if they are hungry enough. Soybean. Okay, good protein from tofu, beans. If polar bears are hungry enough, they'll eat it. And they're not going to complain about it. They're not going to come to you and say, "Hey, I'm polar bear. What is this? Do you think I'm an Asian? Why are you feeding me with tofu? Beans? Nah, I'm not going to eat it. I'd rather starve to death." Polar bears will not say that. Of course, they don't speak English. But do they speak Korean? I don't think so. They don't speak human languages, okay? Polar bears. I'm drunk. I'm class clown. I'm just mixing with some real science and jokes. But it's elements, okay? Protein, amino acids, okay? There are like 20 of them, something, amino acids. It's elements, okay? It does not matter to bears or to humans whether this protein come from vegetables or meat, animals. It doesn't matter, it's just elements, okay? Atoms, molecules. How many natural atoms are there? Maybe 103, something like that, okay? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, they're those elements, okay? So, but our human body or animal body, they cannot synthesize all the essential amino acids, okay? So sometimes we have to consume other plants or animals, okay? Yeah, to sustain ourselves, to make proteins. We need amino acids from some other creatures, okay? But it does not have to be animals. In the world, there are vegetarians. Even in America, there are vegans. They have no problem living as long as they get enough amino acids. It could be plant based or animal based. Okay, doesn't matter. Huh? Yeah. If polar bears, they're fed up with tofu and beans and fruits, give them some eggs. You don't have to boil it. Just give them chicken eggs, okay? Chicken eggs are cheap, okay? Yeah, we can find polar bears, okay? Hyper environmentalists, they paint this picture, take a picture of these beautiful polar bears in their natural habitat. That's good, but it's appeal to emotion, perception of beauty, natural beauty. That's emotional, immediate response. Appeal to emotion, it catches on very fast because emotion is instant reaction, immediate appeal. So yeah, bad ideologies like hyper-environmentalism, anti-pebbles, okay, bad ideologies like that, appeal to sympathy, appeal to emotion, like beauty of those pristine nature photograph. It spread very fast, but it doesn't last very long. Why? Because it makes no sense. Anwar oil is just one drill hole and pumping it out, that's it. It's not going to destroy the entire Antarctica. No. It's a small spot on land surface. Drill down one hole and pump out the oil. Back in the days in Alaska, Arctic Ocean, Anwar, it used to be a jungle there. Climate change. Okay? There used to be mammoth, big animal, bigger than elephant. It used to be jungle there. A lot of plants and a lot of big animals. They died due to climate change and they got buried 6 feet under, whatever, okay? And they became oil and gas. Let's use it. Make some money. Create jobs. Yeah. We're not gonna harm any animals. No. Just one drill hole, pump up the oil and gas, and sell it. What's the problem? What's the problem, okay? We're not gonna harm any environment, okay? Hey. Yeah. If get elected next year primary, senatorial primary, okay, Alaska, jungle primary, top four, okay? I've been saying the same thing if there's some television journalists interview me, I'll be saying exactly the same thing, okay? In the debate, top four US senatorial candidates from Alaska, top four, if I'm one of them, I'll be saying exactly the same thing, okay? No attacking other candidates. No, I don't have time for it, okay? Because I have more than enough ideas to talk about, okay? So nothing aggressive, just expression of ideas that I've developed and learned from others, okay? Be friendly, okay? Respectful, not hostile at all, okay? We'll be civilized. I will be civilized because we don't have time to fight. We barely have good enough time to educate the public, the future generations, okay? But maybe once in a while, as a joke, to entertain the people, maybe I will be aggressive a little bit, criticize other candidates a little bit, but just to entertain people, okay? So, but I will focusing on ideas, good ideologies, agendas, good agendas, okay? That will be my main focus. So it won't change very much from what I'm doing here, okay? At this point. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, okay, how this campaign goes or evolve into for next year. There's possibility it's not going to go anywhere. I'm okay with that, okay? Because if I lose next primary, if I don't make top four next year, yeah, my campaign will stop, okay? I hunker down and again, like last year, okay, and start writing, cranking out all these research papers, academic papers, just publishing online databases. I'm okay with that too. Not a single worry in the world, okay? I know how to be happy as a humanologist. Yes. Yeah, I'm okay either way. Mhm. So what now after this? I'm not hungry. I ate enough. Will I watch some movies or will I just go to bed, read some books until I fall asleep? I don't know. If I watch movie or TV shows, what would that be? Or it could be some documentaries. I love nature documentaries, okay? So, or some historical documentaries too. It's like 10 o'clock right now, so yeah. I'm kind of debating. Should we take 5 minutes break and do another segment, or should we just wrap it up right now? Kind of debating. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my upper back muscle is a little bit sore. Okay, so yeah, I went to the gym and I did a lot of this. Okay. So okay. Oh. Okay, so let's wrap it up real soon, okay? But before we wrap it up real soon, yeah, let's talk about one more thing, okay? Yeah, I mean, last year when I was running for Alaska State Senate, okay, so I ran into this group of people, political activists, who call themselves center right, okay? So I did not quite understand what that meant, okay? But center right, I guess it means moderate conservative, okay? It took me a while to grasp that concept. Okay, moderate conservative. Okay, yeah, I am that. Okay, because I'm very liberal, depending on the issues. Okay, but yeah, I guess so. I told them, okay, hey, if I win the Alaska State Senate election, yeah, I join your caucus, Central Caucus. Okay, I told them, okay, but I lost. Okay, so Alaska Senate election last year. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of center right, moderate conservative. Okay, like I'm pro-gun, anti-LGBT, smaller government, low tax. I'm kind of old school. Okay, I'm conservative on those accounts. Okay, individual freedom, private property right. Okay, okay. What issues am I liberal? International trade, diplomacy, respect of all religions and races. We are also pro-development. So and environment. Yeah, I love environment, of course. Yeah, sure. But why am I more conservative than liberal? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. It depends on the issues. Okay. I'm also pro-choice. Okay, so I'm liberal on that account. I kind of have a half, but I think I'm more conservative than liberal. Okay, I mean, I love science. Progressive, they say they're liberalists, Democrats. They say they love science, but they don't quite understand science. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they say they're progressives. They want changes, but they're against climate change. Concept contradiction there. Okay, because my take on climate change is this: climate has always changed. 99% of species, animals or plants alike, 99% of species all died. They went extinct in the what? Earth history. How long is the planet Earth? 30 billion years. I don't know. I used to know. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, climate change has been always constant. Okay, climate always has changed. Whether it's mostly climate change. Okay, human beings, Homo sapiens, is like 1% of Earth's history. Okay, 99% of Earth's history, climate's always changed. Yeah, so animals, plants, they went extinct. 99% of them. Okay, due to climate change. Okay, I'm like, what's the difference then? Huh? If climate change, 99% of climate change is not anthropogenic, it's natural climate change, and 99% of animals and plants, they went extinct because of natural climate change. Okay? When it comes to anthropogenic human-caused climate change, we can prevent animals, plants going extinct by farming them. Okay? We have solution for everything. Okay? We, we are Homo sapiens. We think. We're creative. Okay? Yeah. So we are in here, year 2021, America and the world, right? Most people, it's not like they are dumb people, ignorant people. It's just that they don't have time. They have pets, kids, families, jobs. In their spare time, they watch the news and they just go along. Why? Because they don't have time or energy to think. They're too busy. They have pets, dogs, cats, plants to feed, to water, gardens, lawn mowing machine, and laundry, carpet vacuum, personal hygiene, taking care of their children, dogs, cats, plants. They go to work. So they can only spend very little time watching the news and think about the issues. They just don't have energy or time to think about issues. To just go along with whatever mainstream majoritarian views out there. Okay, we understand that. Okay, but me, I happen to be single. I don't have any plants or animals to feed or water. I don't have any dogs and cats, pets. I don't. In my house, there's some insects, undesirable ones, spiders, sometimes ants. All I gotta do is just get some toilet paper roll and catch them and flush down the toilet. Okay. Neighbor dogs and cats were neighborhood moose, residential moose, neighbor moose, the hood moose. Yeah, they dump their droppings in my yard too. Okay, I clean them up twice a year. In the fall, when all the tall grasses fall down just before the winter, I clean them up and put in the trash can. Okay. In the spring, yeah, when all the snow melt away, yeah, snow. spring cleaning. Yeah. So once in the fall season, spring season, I clean up my yard to pick up all those neighborhood dogs droppings, dog poos, or pooch poos, or cats, or moose droppings, moose piles. Okay. So that's what I do to spend my time relating to animals, catching the spiders or whatever insects, ants in my house, put, just flush it down the toilet. Okay. Other than that, I'm alone in Alaska. Again, that's how I used to write. Okay, the novels that I used to write 5 years ago. Okay, I found myself alone in Alaska. Okay, okay. I would finish my chapter like that. Okay, novels series that used to write. It's all out there online, but I use my pen name, so most likely you're not gonna find it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So because I don't have any family members here, I don't have any kids, cats, dogs, goldfish, snake. I don't have any of that. Okay, so I have my free time. Right? So I have time to think about issues and apply what I have learned in my schools, from my friends, books I read, web pages I visited, newspapers, online news, whatever. Okay. So I have time to think about issues, criticize it, sometimes conform it, support it, or come up with my own theories. Yeah, I have time. Okay. But I'm not in academia. I don't have PhD. I'm PhD dropout. So that's why all the papers that I wrote, it does not get published in peer-reviewed journals. Okay. Yeah. So it's put in the kind and generous online databases. Okay. But it does not quite get attentions from academia. I don't blame them. Okay. Jesus, he was kind of very blaming, pointing fingers. Oh, you people, establishments. I'm not like Jesus. Okay. In my opinion, I'm better than Jesus. Why? Because I'm a humanologist. Mr. Jesus Christ, he hated his competitors, like synagogue leaders, church leaders. He called them like, you are sons of snakes. You hold the key to the heaven, but you are blocking people from entering the heaven. And you yourself don't get to the heaven, but you hold the key to the heaven. Yeah, I understand where he's coming from, okay? I mean, I did try to publish my articles to peer-reviewed journals. Yeah, they do hold the key to the heaven, like fame, recognition, but they rejected my papers, okay? But I don't blame them though. Jesus was good, but as a next generation prophet wannabe, yeah, I think I'm better than Jesus. Why? Because I learned from others too. Like I learned from Confucius, Buddha, Prophet Muhammad, Allah, Socrates, whatever. Some latter day saints like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther, and also Martin Luther King Jr., whoever, okay? I mean, over 2,000 years after Jesus died, or where he went to heaven, whatever, okay? They're having more intellectual developments. I learned that stuff. Physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, that developed after Jesus went away. Okay? So I learned more stuff. Okay? And I learned from Jesus too. Okay? So I understand because I've been in academia too. I dropped out of PhD, okay, after 2 years. PhD typically at 5, 6, 7 years, okay. So I couldn't take it, okay. So academia is business, all right? Professors, they have hungry mouths to feed. Professors in universities, PhDs, okay, they have their PhD candidates or master students or professors, PhD professors, okay. They also educate undergrads. They're busy. To they get their salary, yeah, undergrad tuitions, okay, lecturing undergrads. After that, graduate school, okay, they have seminars, researches. They also write research grant applications to get taxpayers' money, federal grants for their research, to feed themselves and to feed their PhD candidates. I used to be a PhD candidate in Cornell, computational biology, okay, so I know how it works. Professors, they do their best, okay. Their job is to take care of their PhD candidates, okay. Me, I'm no longer in academia, so if I write a paper and submit to some peer-reviewed journals, it will not be accepted. Why? Because those editors in peer-reviewed journals, they are professors too, okay. They have to prioritize, give this limited spot to their PhD candidates who are in academia so that they get some name recognition, so that they graduate from PhD and get their next job as professors. Okay. I know how it works. Okay. So I don't blame them at all. They're busy, hardworking, good people. Okay. It's just resources limited. Okay. The space in peer reviewed journals limited. Okay. So they have to prioritize people who are in academia. I'm an outsider, secular scholar, private academic. Okay. So, but in the world, there's some kind and generous online databases. That's why I publish. Okay. To me, that's great. That's good enough for me. I have no complaints. Okay. Although all the articles that I write, it may not get recognized in academia. I'm okay with that. Why? Because if the papers I have written and will still write, if they're good enough, eventually we get recognition in due time. I'm kind of Christian, okay? I have faith. I do believe that good things will come to those who wait. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus too. And Prophet Muhammad, Allah, Confucius, Socrates, Mahatma Gandhi, Lao Tzu, Plato, Aristotle, all the saints out there. Yeah, I believe them, okay? Hmm? Okay, yeah, I'm optimistic. Not a single worry in the world. I know how to be happy. I don't worry about anything, okay? So, okay. Fool's paradise. Whatever, okay? Maybe I'm a fool. I don't care, okay? I'm happy, okay? Thank you. Good night, bye.